Hey guys, how's it going? Firebox here. Are you tired of players running away from you? Are you trying to find a build that doesn't just revolve around rage? Well, I have the build for you. We're going to be running 111% move speed Barb. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. We're also going to be running Savage Roar and Achilles. Achilles is going to lock people in place, with Savage Roar causing them to deal reduced damage. Because this build is primarily focused on move speed, we don't have the amount of health that other Barbs might have. We're going to be more reliant on Roar, taking 50% less damage to try to keep us alive, but the benefit is nobody's getting away from us with this kind of speed, except for maybe the brief period of time with Rage or Sprint. And if we want to kite with Franciscas or any kind of throwables, we have the option to. Most people are not going to be able to keep up with this kind of move speed. This is definitely on the higher end. I've seen move cap, but I think this is one of the more reasonable areas to get to without going completely crazy. We also have a good action speed at 114%, meaning that we can swing our quarterstaff quite fast, and our Viking sword's not too bad either. Now, we're going to be running Robust, Savage, Crush, and Potion Chugger. It's worth noting that Savage is not Biss. We could have a chest piece here and have additional stats, and that would be better. So feel free to change that out if you like. I would recommend maybe Berserker or Iron Will. And Crush. This build is a little bit weaker against magic users because we don't have Rage. So Warlocks and Wizards are going to be a little bit harder. I've opted to go for a build that I think is better against physical damage dealers. Crush can be used with Quarterstaff to deal with Round Shield. It gives you an additional impact power, which is going to break it, and if other Barbs are using Round Shield, it is really good. Iron Will would give us about an additional 15% magic, which is really good, but I've just kind of decided that this build is the one I wanted to run. And during this run, you're going to see I really didn't come across any magic users, so it ended up working out. Maybe we got lucky, or maybe the caves just don't have a lot of magic users right now, which I don't think is necessarily true, because I know Wizard is the hot topic right now, with the Staff Mastery perk being so strong. Let's briefly go over my full gear set and then get into the PvP. First things first, I've opted for Quarterstaff. I really like this weapon. It's a fan favorite of mine. It's very cheap, and I think it pairs really, really well with Achilles Savage Roar. Because it's only minus 30 move speed, I'm going to be above the base speed of 300, which is great. It's going to make it a lot harder for people to run away from me or maneuver during a fight, especially when Achilles is active. And of course, Viking Sword is just best in slot for, I don't know how long it's going to be, but for now, this is just best for chasing players down. It's low move speed, high damage, and then use a lantern for additional weapon damage as well. Some Barbs, myself included, have given the Round Shield a try, but for this build, since we're building for move speed, I've opted to go without the Round Shield to try to just chase players down. For my helmet, I've decided on the Viking helm because it gives base agility. It's possible that the leather cap is going to be better to increase our base HP since it is a little bit low. These are significantly cheaper than good leather caps, and I found one with okay stats with 2 decks. I decided to just run with this, but leather cap might be better. For gloves, I found a cheap pair of Grave Wolf gloves. I picked these up because it gives me agility and max HP to kind of make up for my health deficit. But I think reinforced gloves with decent stats are perfectly fine for this slot. For trousers, just find ones with movement speed. That's all that really matters, just in general in solos right now. It's all about movement speed, range, and damage. And loose trousers are the most lightweight leggings you can get. So if you get movement speed, you're just going to be very, very fast. Lace turn shoes as well. These are the best shoes. If you can find one with good movement speed rolls, these are going to be by far the best things that you can pick up. Even better than Lightfoot boots because it's going to give you action speed. You can see these alone are giving me about 2% action speed, which is pretty decent, especially for Barb. You really need it for these weapons because they're kind of slow swinging. For my cloak, I opted for an agility cloak. I don't have one with great stats, but it's okay. The agility is what I was really looking for in order to get my move speed up. Pendants are probably the cheapest in the marketplace as far as trinkets go, rings being significantly more expensive. I would recommend trying to find one that has movement speed buff, plus all, and either dex, vigor, or agility, whatever you can find. The rings are going to be the hard part. I found some while in dungeon. I have this 2 dex, 3 additional move speed, and ring of quickness with additional speed. These would be very expensive in the auction house, but I will say, if you're going to find rings and you want them to be good enough to make a speed bar build, you either need agility rings or you need a different type of ring with additional move speed. Either or will be fine. And of course, just make sure you have your general utility, red pots, blue potions, surge kits, and Franciscas to throw, because Barb really needs range against some classes, especially because we're slower in the sense that we don't have rage for that additional burst of speed. So you might need this, especially against maybe a wizard player who's trying to kite you, or a warlock player. But again, you can opt to add magic resist to the build, and it'll work out a little bit better against those classes, just slightly worse against others. One final thought, I don't think Barb is considered OP at this point, with the minus 5 strength they got to their class and the big rage nerf. 10-10-10 is definitely a significant difference from the 15 that we had before. Personally, I think Wizard is one of the strongest classes in the game. It might change, who knows, maybe by the time this video comes out. You never know. But I am curious what you think in the comments below. What do you think of the current state of Barbarian? And what do you think about the way that movement speed is working in this game? I think it's kind of a problem that everything revolves around move speed. I think it'd be a little bit more fun if we had more diverse build options, but I feel like it's just build movement speed, build health, build damage. That's what's going to win you the most fights. I hope you enjoyed my build showcase. Let's go ahead and get into the PvP. Enjoy the video. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Playing around with 111% move speed Barb was an experience, I'll tell you that. It's really just that movement speed makes such a big difference in this game. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like, sub for future content. I'm really close to 7k subs, so it'd be pretty cool to hit that sometime soon. And be sure to comment below what you thought of this build. And a special thanks again to Kid Brutal for supporting this video, alongside all my other members. Thank you all. Have a great day.